And this document is addressing very pertinent issues that are close to our hearts as labor leaders. One is on organizing. How do we grow the unions and protect more workers who are not protected because they are outside the trade union membership? That is what we are here all about. Two, how do we improve our collective bargaining? Collective bargaining agreements are those documents that improves your terms and conditions of your service at your workplace. It has several clauses. How do we improve it, particularly during this advent of COVID-19? That is what is here. And what are we required to do as workers in the mid of COVID? Vaccination. It has also been mentioned here. Issues related to urging our members to have a vaccine, to be vaccinated, so that they are secure during this trying moment where we have lost so many workers. The current statistics we have at Kotu is that we have lost almost more than 4 million workers, because we had about 2.5 million workers who are on contract, casual employment, temporary jobs, seasonal jobs, and informal employment, about 2.5. Around 1.5 are our own members. So you know very well that hospitality industry, up to now, it has not recovered. The agricultural sector of our economy, it has not recovered. Know very well that even in manufacturing and other plants have closed down because of COVID-19. Social institutions, they no longer work because at around 10 p.m. you must be in your bed. So we have looked at it, and how do we come out of it? One, we'll be organizing. This paper is addressing that. Two, how do we restore our corporate image? This paper will look at it. What are the social pillars, social partners who will be assisting us? This paper is looking at it. How do we govern governance of trade union, administration, effective administration of trade union and leadership? This paper is looking at it. How do we apply advocacy and lobbying in a modern way? This paper is looking at it. What are other effects that we need also, besides COVID-19, to look at? There is the issue of climate change and global warming. So you know that two are different. Climate change and global warming. How do we come out of it? You can see it has impacted very badly on our normal, very well-known seasons in the agricultural sector of the economy in this country. We have drought when we are not supposed to have drought. We have a lot of heavy rains in Western Kenya when we are not supposed to have heavy rains this particular moment. And how can we be able to engage and mitigate in such situations? This paper is addressing that. This paper also is advising us on capacity building, because there is nothing as labor leaders we can achieve if our capacitance has been interfered with, if we have no capacity. This is the problem. And how do we identify our capacity? How do we remain relevant in this modern era, very well known as digital era? moved from computerization world, we came into the really digital world, driven and supported by smart economy, which supports digital economy. How do we survive in this harsh, changing technological world that is facing us here? In other countries, what they have done, they have come up with a law which compels everybody to be linked and tied up on technology for survival. What about in our case? And as labor leaders, we cannot just sit and wait or use those old traditional formats of table banking, blackmailing employer to increase salaries or to improve terms. The issue of slashing somebody's salary, the employer must enter into an agreement with the union, because the union will be able to assess the situation that the company is in, whether they are lying or whether they are making money. The union is part of that particular enterprise, and they will make a joint judgment. So we said nobody will lose employment because of COVID. That is in writing. I signed, Jacqueline Mug